Hello, we want to welcome you today to the SunnySide Community Voice. We're back in the studio. We've been out of the studio for a while. This is a new year, and we've got a lot of exciting things coming up this year. And we're glad to be back, and we hope we get our same viewing audience back for this coming year. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We have some members of the Black Heritage Society here with us today. And they're going to be talking to us about the upcoming celebration for Martin Luther King's birthday. There's a lot of events on the calendar, and this is our way of getting that information out to the public. Because that's what we are about, is getting information out to the general public to let them know what's going on. We have with us today, we have Miss Glorice McPherson from the Black Heritage Society, and I'm gonna make sure I pronounce this second name right. It is Shabazz.
Yes.
It's Mr. Shabazz who's here. It's Kenya Shabazz who's here with us today. I want to make sure I pronounce that right. And then we have our own Versi Green here with us today. Pastor is in the studio. He just chose not to come on with us today. So we're going to let them tell you about all these exciting events that's going to be happening this coming week for Martin Luther King's birthday. So it's in your hands, Miss Glorice.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for this opportunity to be here, to be able to present the Black Heritage Society and what we're doing, the movement that we're doing in Houston. We're planning the 35th annual Martin Luther King parade and celebration and gala that we're having here and in Houston, Texas. A wonderful opportunity and something that's kind of like on the mountaintop. We're going to have the Mountaintop Gallery that's there, and that's going to happen on Friday night. On Saturday, we're having the Children's Parade. You know, we got to also have an opportunity to bring our children aboard and let our children, you know, show their talent of what's going on in our community. We're also we're going to do community feeding there. It's a feeding fest that we're doing, and that's going to happen on a Saturday, and then Saturday they're also doing the food drive. So we have a lot. Minister Doncatel has actually held the rings up for the Martin Luther King event to actually hold the forefront of the Martin Luther King and actually hold that up as a monument that's in Houston. So we're very excited about what he's doing, and then he gives us an opportunity for us to come together as we have a chance to work with SunnySide Community Service that's here, and that's definitely a wonderful opportunity for us to kind of pull things together. On the Martin Luther King event, we're also having they're planning Martin Luther stage bigger than life. He's going to have a statue that's in McGregor Park. Oh my goodness! And it's going to be basically 2 blocks of a park monument that's there. They're going to have the stones in there. It gives us all a chance as families to participate in there. And I believe that the way that they have it set up is that we can actually buy stones in it. So you can put your mom's or your dad's name or your family name a part of that statue. Yes, a wonderful opportunity that we have there, and that's going to kind of really take it to the max. I mean, it gives us something that we can actually hold on to, even let our grandchildren know that we were a part of that happening in Houston, Texas. And then we're going to do the parade. That parade is something that we're all excited about. We're excited about the gala that's going to happen on Friday, but more excited about the parade that's happening on the 21st, Martin Luther King's day of birth. So and the parade, I mean, they have like all types of fiesta and, you know, just to name a few of the people that are involved in the parade. And I mean, we just have a lot of things that's going on. It's going to start at the Minute Park that's in Houston, Minute Maid Park that's in Houston. So we really have a wonderful array of things that are happening in there. The pastors are going to do their groundbreaking. They're going to walk from the basket court to where they're going to actually have the statue, and they're, you know, giving us a little sermon and that type of thing of what happened, and we'll be able to read some of the history that happens with Martin Luther King, some of the things that we can leave in the foundation with our children within our community. So I'm excited about the whole array of things that are happening with the Black Heritage Society, and giving it an opportunity for us to be able to come together as people in our community. So I just, yes, ma'am, yes, I'm sorry.
There's also opportunities for people to volunteer for some of these events. I got that information from Ms. Hines as well, that they can actually volunteer for the events. Could you actually give us some information on the volunteer?
Yes, on the volunteers, we can have volunteers to help us with the telephones. We need volunteers to help us with organizing the parades, organizing the parade. They can help us just in all setting up the venue. Kenya, well, he'll tell you about the security part about it and what they're doing in there, and then the gathering of the stage and bringing forth all of our artists and the new bands that's in our community. So, but we have definitely room for volunteers. You know, in an organization, in an event that this big, it can always use volunteers. And how you can get in touch with us if you would like to become a part of the volunteer team, you can call us at 713-226-1700, and we look forward to being able to talk to you. You can talk to Janice there, or you can talk to Sylvester. They will be more than happy to help you with any questions, anything that you have. Even if you want to become a part of the vending team, we have that opportunity there as well. So we're going to be at the McGregor Park, and then we're going to go to Discovery Green, so where they're going to do the last bit of the whole event on Monday the 21st. Is that it's going to end up at Discovery Green, and that's going to be a wonderful opportunity for us to bring our families out and have a nice time, be able to have a nice
after the parade.
Yes, after the parade, they're going to actually move you over from where the parade ends at. You basically just have to kind of cross the street just to get to the Discovery Green.
Are they having any activities in Discovery Green as well?
Oh my goodness, I know Brother Kenya can help you with that end, because they have a whole list, and they kind of like, well, I'm going to let him say there, because I have enough just dealing with this part. And the gala, I really want to kind of give us an opportunity, if we can, to become a part of the gala that is happening here in Texas. And if they were interested in that, and also we have the tickets on sale. It's going to be a mountaintop celebration, a mountaintop. They're going to be giving out awards that night. So it's like, oh man, I'm just so excited about being here and excited about the opportunity. I'm not going to forget when I came here for it. So, but we want them to be able to participate. And if you want to, once again, that number is 713-236-1700.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Hi, everyone out there. Everybody stay blessed, and the parade should go well, because we have our parade Grand Marshal will be Calvin Murphy, Hall of Famer.
Okay.
So, you know, it's an honor for him, and it's an honor for the young people to be able to see him, because, you know, this millennial generation don't know who he is. At Discovery Green, once the parade ends, it's going to end with everybody being directed over to Discovery Green and George R. Brown in that little area, where we're going to have 10 bands. We're bringing in some rappers, you know, a few of the little rappers, local, but they have a big name, you know, because we're dealing with a budget thing, and everybody know when you're dealing with a budget, you know, but we need the people's support. And the band, if you want to volunteer, we need volunteers for cleanup, volunteers for security, we need volunteers for stage hands with the band set up, going and going off. We also need traffic volunteers, because like she had mentioned, when the people are coming into parade, we need people at each section to keep the parade going. And if anyone would like to do that, the number that was given to you, call that number, which is 713-236-1700. And that's for the Black Heritage Society.
Okay. Now, you made a statement. You said this new millennium don't know who Calvin Murphy is. This new millennium don't know a whole bunch about the Black Heritage Society either. So what I'd like for you all to do is for those out in our listening audience that don't know anything about the Black Heritage Society, give them just a little bit of history, on the Black Heritage Society and how they could get involved, with the society, because a lot of them don't know about it. They
That
don't.
is so true.
They don't know what you do and why you do what you do. So it would help some of our younger ones, because we do have, believe it or not, we do have some young viewers that look at the show, and it could be some information that could help them. So if you all could just talk a little bit about the Black Heritage Society.
Well, it was started by a man by the name of Ovid Duncantel, who thought it was necessary to have honoring King here in Houston, Texas, during the times of African American struggle here in this country. Ovid, he started the organization, the Black Heritage Society, so he can have the parades. But in this day and time, you have to remember, young people, we cannot squander our heritage. This is our heritage. Martin Luther King represents America, and it's his finest points when it comes to organizing and having a purpose of organizing, especially through economics. Now, this economics helps through schooling, it helps through social programs, and it also helps through the ministries, because King was of the ministry. And in order, you have to get involved. It is so important that you don't let your heritage fall to the wasteland, and you have to take it to the future, because Duncantel is in his 70s now. So it has to be passed on to your generation so that you can continue this. This is the reason why we're here, is to hold it for you. So if you can, and if you have the time, come and sit at our meetings and get some information and find out what's going on and how can you be a part and help and to take it to the future. And with that, thank you all.
I find it so important that you say that, and we actually talked to Pastor a lot about that, how Dr. King was noted so much for his community involvement, not so much as his ministry in the church, but his ministry outside of the church.
Yes.
So he's noted and he's recognized in history based on what he did in the community and how he tried to pull his people together and how hard he fought for not just blacks, but for all people to have equality. And he did that outside of the walls of the church. So that helps us to know that the ministry is so important in the community as well as it is in the house of the Lord, because of how it can affect the people on the outside.
Yes, indeed.
And that's really
That's
important.
so
And
true.
we think about that because of how our pastor, who is Pastor James Nash, works so hard in the community, and how he's noted, even though he's a great pastor, how he's noted on his activities in the community as well. And that links me back to Dr. Martin Luther King and what he has done for us, and how we have to keep the dream alive.
Yes.
Don't let it die.
Yes.
How important that is.
And
The work. See, the deeds. They show a film of King at the SunnySide Library. And I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, but I looked at the film of King, just King, just King, just King. And I asked the director of the film, where is his deeds on the film? This is what we speak when we speak to y'all young people. You are the deeds. Everything that man spoke about, you getting the education. And your battles have been fought for you by my generation and generation that preceded me, the traditionalists. It has been done, so now all you have to do is take advantage of what's in front of you and hold it.
Hold on to it.
Don't just squander it and sell it for a little piece of change. Because your babies, see, one thing about we realize here, we are your Social Security. It's not that paycheck. We your elders. We are your Social Security, and y'all our future.
Yes. Wonderful. That's
It's so good for us. Each year this comes around and we celebrate this, and each year we try to get more and more of our youth involved in this, because the youth of the day will go, that was back there, and then all I hear is this. But they don't realize, you just said it, they don't realize that you're where you are because someone before you
Yes.
fought that battle for
So
you,
true.
because you're not fighting that battle. Now, the
Yes.
battles that they're fighting now, they do have battles that they fight, but they're not the ones that we fought to get to where you are now.
That's true.
Because now you are going to the better schools. Now
Yes.
you're getting, now you can find, if we don't have to look any further than Barack Obama. We
Thank
don't
you.
have to look any further than
Wow.
that. That would have never been if the battle had not been fought
Yes. And he's-
before now.
Yes.
Before now, you know. So we need to be proud, like you say, of our heritage. And thank God for Mr. Duncan Tell, who saw it necessary to keep this going. Each year we come up to this. We know something's going to happen. We just don't know what's going to happen. But we do
Yes.
know something is going to occur. So we're thanking you all for all the things that we are doing for this celebration and keeping. They say it's a cliche. They'll say keeping the dream alive, but you are keeping the dream alive.
Yes.
We are keeping the dream
I
alive.
want to mention one more thing. Is at the park, Duncatel, a couple of months ago, a young man sitting in the room with me. Duncatel, I chained Duncatel to a tree,
Oh my
the Martin
goodness,
Luther
he's
King
just-
tree. I put the key in my pocket because the city of Houston was going to remove that tree and destroy that property. That property was left to you and me. That's our property. Now, this is what the city has signed into contract. That area is going to be a concession area for African American artists, business people to open up businesses in that park next to that statue. That's ours. And guess what else? We are the people that's going to keep it clean, paint it, cut the grass. Not the city of Houston, not city workers, and not those who volunteer. It's the Black Heritage Society has to take care of that whole property for eons to come.
Yes.
That is signed in the contract of Texas.
Yes.
So we want to mention once again, we need y'all to come on and make sure that stays there and maintained.
Right. It's like, man, I was just going back. I want to piggyback on some of the things that he had said, is that when they chained themselves to the tree, that was not only to represent the struggle that Black heritage have gone through, but then also show that it's here to stay. And then the only way that that foundation can grow is that the people actually get involved. And this gives them an opportunity to get involved in what we're doing at the Black Heritage Society. And it's a wonderful opportunity, also a wonderful thing for wonderful progress, or even progress is happening within our community. And another thing that I wanted to do is that Duncan, he's working with his Martin Luther King's father now. And Martin Luther King's father says, well, this is how you mark your territory. We just become like a
son?
lion.
Uncle.
The father, his
father.
father,
Yeah, the father.
the father of Martin Luther King,
Right.
okay, Jr., his father,
Oh,
okay, had told Minister Duncan how to mark his territory, and that's when they planted that tree there 35 years
Yes, it
ago.
was the father.
And it was the father, and the father told them, well, we're going to do it just the way that the lion did. When he told me the story, I took it on as like a grandfather talking to his daughter when he was telling me
Right,
about it. And it was that he planted the tree there and let them know that this was our territory, and it was not going to do things to hurt it or come against it. And that was a piece of property that we can possess and call our own. And it's what we want people to actually understand the struggle and understand how they can help to take it to the next level in what we're doing.
It's just good. We're finding out all kind of good information now. Before we leave, we're going to go back over that schedule again. Because
Okay.
We're going to make sure that
people
everybody gets that information, and they'll also know that if they miss this, they can always call the Marcial Keys Activity Center, our office, and we will pass that information on to them. Because we would like to see everyone get involved. It's good to see that you've got something for the adults, you've got something for the seniors, you've got something for the children.
Yes.
You've got something for everybody. It's not just for one group, and it's a good thing. And I'm thinking that this one is bigger than it was last year.
Oh,
Yes,
yes,
it
it's
is.
Is it
definitely.
still
lot
two
larger?
parades?
Oh, here, and
that-
you know
yeah,
what? The
can you
thing
tell
that's
us a
just
little
so
bit
it's
about
so
that?
frustrating to hear that even about the Martin Luther King. Now you know that Martin Luther King was not a divider. He was basically
not
finding
divide
ways
and
to
conquer.
unify things. And then yet we have the Martin Luther King original. We are the original boys, the
okay.
original
All right.
Martin Luther
Right,
King
right, right.
event there. And then we have the other one that's on the other side of town. That's a Martin Luther King, and the division that we feel that's in there, and it's almost like, it's almost like we really need to come together to make a stand to tell them that's not even acceptable. But then yet it still goes on and on.
And then we have to look at it on the positive note, since it is that way. Think of it as a grand celebration, and everyone is celebrating
Yes.
Martin Luther King.
Okay,
Yes.
That's
that's
the way
Look at
we're
it
going to
that
look
way.
at
Yeah.
it. It's going to look at it
but,
on the
but
positive note.
sometimes I'm wondering if it does
Just continue to do what you're doing to make it grow and consistently grow, and they're doing it. So in one way or another, some way or another, you're going to be unified in the fact that we're all celebrating.
Yes,
True indeed.
okay. Well,
We're all
that's so
celebrating.
that makes it easier for me to accept
Yeah.
that.
Well, yeah, because
it's
y'all
like-
are going down the road. You're
Yes.
going different paths, but
Oh,
eventually you're
you're
coming
gonna
to the
meet
same.
together
You meet
somewhere.
together because
Same
it's
common
all for the
ground.
same purpose.
True.
Now the common part about it is Martin Luther King,
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
if
that's
you
what it
really
is.
look at that parade is going this way.
Well, we're
You
not
know,
talking
it's
about, we're not
like-
talking about the actual
Yeah,
parade.
parade, okay.
We're talking about the purpose
Of
it.
this, the
Purpose,
purpose
yeah, the
of it.
Somebody over here
Because it
celebrating,
probably will
somebody over
never,
here.
it probably won't change because
Yeah.
they're going to do,
What
it's
they're
going to
doing.
be done.
Yeah.
So it's one way or another, we're going to say that it's on a positive note. You're doing it, we're doing it, and we're hitting one common ground. We're fighting
smile.
for equality of the people.
Of the people. That's right. And
Because
that's so
sometimes
good.
when you continue to fight about something, it can never come together.
That's true.
But when you move forward and say, hey, we're going to keep going forward, somewhere along the line,
It'll
something
change.
positive is
Yes,
going to come out of it.
and I also think this too. When they have something, you have things that are negative. It always works out for the good.
That's right,
So
that's
I
right,
like that
right.
too. So
And you don't want
positive.
anything negative to come on the day
Oh, no.
itself. So
No.
that's why you
Not
just
even
think
the
about
weather.
it. Yeah.
Not even
be
when
nice.
God is in control of that. That would be a negative. That would be God. That would be
Yeah.
that would be
we
the
don't
house
have
supreme
anything.
being
We don't
that's
have
in control of that. But we would hope for.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing.
Most
so
definitely.
everything is going to be, on a positive note. Because like Versa said, when you place too much attention on it, you're giving away to too much attention to something that
Giving the power to the other thing, and we ain't
so
gonna
you don't,
do that.
You don't do that.
No.
You want to make this, and like I said, I'm looking at what you all are doing this year, and it's a lot grander than it was last
Oh,
year. So
yes.
each year,
Each year.
you're getting better,
And
it's getting
better.
bigger and bigger
Oh,
and
yes.
bigger. So it's something to be excited.
Yes.
It's really something to
And
be
they have
excited
like
about.
10 school bands that are going to
See,
be
it's
there.
awesome.
So
It's
it's like,
growing.
oh, we're
It's
so
growing.
excited.
So,
yes, and
Keep
they're going.
keep positive, stay focused, and continue moving. And,
Oh, yes.
And
It'll be all right.
It'll be
it's
all
gonna
right.
be fine.
It's going to be fine.
Now we're getting close to winding down, and I don't want our listening audience, our viewing audience, to miss anything. So what I'm going to have you do, Grace, is I want you to go through your schedule and let them know what's coming up this coming week.
Okay, on Friday night, we have the Mountaintop Award Gala. And our guest speaker this week is going to be Mr. Hall, Dr. Hall, who is Benjamin Hall, who is running for mayor in Houston. So
All right.
the address to the address to the gala is going to be at the CWA on 1730 Jefferson Street. If you have any questions or any problems, you can also go to the original Martin Luther King organization, or you can go to the Black Heritage Society, or you can call us at 713-236-1700.
Okay.
And we also have on Saturday, we have the Children's Parade. At the same time the Children's Parade is they're going to do the health fair. And the health fair is going to invite different people, and that's going to be, the parade is going to be downtown at the Minute Maid Park.
Minute Maid
Minute
Park.
Maid Park. It's going to
Okay.
be downtown at the Minute Maid Park, but the festival is going to be at the McGregor Park.
Okay.
McGregor Park,
Children's Festival.
the Children's Festival, and that's going to be going on until 10 until 4:30.
Okay.
So also to go back to the mountaintop event, it starts at 7 o'clock. So I just
Okay.
didn't want to make sure that we get these times in here as well as
Okay.
the dates. Then we're going to do on Sunday, they're going to do at the Feeding the Hungry, that's at Calvary Hall Church, and that's on 2917 Crawford Street, and that's going to start from 10 to 2. And then after that, they're going to meet, the ministers are going to meet at the McGregor Park under the basketball court. We have a lot of ministers coming from the east, the northwest, east, and south to get there. And they're going to do the march to where the statue is going to actually pay for a groundbreaking sermon.
What time
and
is
that's
that?
going to be at 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
And that's going to be meeting at the McGregor Park. Then we're going to go into Monday, which they'll start at the Minute Maid Park, and they're going to start in Texas. And Texas, I know.
Hamilton and Chartres.
Chartres, yeah, okay. They're Hamilton and Chartres Street. They're going to meet over there, and that parade starts. The lineup starts at 8 o'clock, but the parade actually kicks off at 10.
Okay.
And then at the same time, they're going to be setting up at Discovery Green. Set up the end time is going to be for the bands and everyone to check in because they block off the streets there. It's going to be at 8 o'clock, and I think that they have a window up until maybe like 10 or 9 is the window that they'll have for them to actually get in there and make sure that they're registered, get their tickets, and get in line for both events. And that's going to start at McGregor Park, and the kickoff for that one is at 10 o'clock.
Okay. As you can see, there's just a lot going on, and if you did not get all of that, as she was talking about, again, you can call their number, which is 713-236-1700,
Yes.
and get some information, or you can call the number that's on the screen, 713-731-7050, and we will make sure that you get all the information you can. Remember, this is all about keeping the dream alive, and,
Yes.
and we want to get as many people involved. It seems like there's been a lot of work put into this. There's been a lot of effort put forward to make this a grand celebration. So we want to hope that we will all get involved
Yes.
to make this the best celebration ever, and then get prepared for next year when
Yes,
it probably
most definitely.
it will get
Started.
better. I'm getting excited about the statue that's going to be here
Yes.
in Houston. That's going to be a blessing for us in Houston. And I want to thank Mr. Shabazz. I want to thank Ms. McPherson, and always my partner here, Aversi. We want to thank you all for joining us on today. We're hoping that you'll get as excited as we are about what's going on. And I want to pause a minute, just for a minute in prayer. A year ago today, our pastor buried his grandson. And he's gone, but he's not forgotten.
Yes.
And we want to say, whether he can hear us or not, rest in peace, Byron. We miss you.
Yes.
We want to send love out to his mom, his dad, his sister, and his brother, and surely to all of his grandparents. Again, we want to thank you all for being here with us. This has been just a great time, a great session.
Yes, it has.
And let's hope that all of the activities that are planned are going to be just a grand, grand success.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much.